angels. I hope you're well. This is what's coming in for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising in June. And I don't know many Capricorns, but I do love Capricorn energy. And the Capricorns that I do know, both female and male, like truly do fit the stereotype of being like a boss ass bitch. And so I'd love to see, there is a little bit of angst in the songs I channeled, but also like empowerment. So I got Loud Bark by Mannequin Pussy, which I've been listening to on repeat. And she sings, I've got a loud bark, deep bite, and it's just like, oh, so angsty. But I also got, I think it's called Don't Want to Know If You're Lonely by Husker Du. So there is kind of this like bite to this energy. But I can't tell if it's like externalized towards something or if it's just like the energy that you're kind of holding yourself to and embodying at this moment. I do want to first get 3 oracle cards from my Ascended Masters oracle card deck. That's interesting because I was thinking of that card. It's the Meditate card with Siddhartha, Buddha. Open your heart to love with Jesus. And then we have energy healing with Merlin. So I feel like, especially meditate and energy healing go very well together because through meditation, whatever meditation is to you, whatever kind of meditation you prefer, but getting yourself to that stillness, getting yourself to that quiet place, that ultimately heals your energy centers. And you can specifically do chakra meditations, but also open your heart to love, like with these, is very interesting to me because it makes me feel like some of that angst that's coming through is kind of that energy of having been burnt by love and being hesitant to open yourself to that. Like Loud Bark is definitely kind of being on the defensive or offensive. She also states, no one's ever been able to find a collar to lock me up or a collar that's big enough. So yeah, it's kind of like keeping somebody at arm's length that may want that kind of connection, and then don't really care if you're lonely. I mean, it still has kind of like that angsty anti-relationship type vibe. But let's see what else is coming in for June, because this is just a particular energy I'm feeling that you're in, Capricorn. My ear's ringing because I was just thinking Capricorns can kind of be protective in that sense. And then my ears started ringing. So yes, I do think that that may be an energy you're dealing with. Yeah. Oh my God. We have the 7 of Wands, the Devil, and the Hanged Kitty. You are keeping yourself in suspension or pause when it comes to connections right now. And I think this, 7 of Wands is like, it can be a card of fighting for things, but it can also be a card of being on the defense. And with the Devil here, I do get that it's like, it's more than anything, you're afraid of allowing yourself to fall back into past patterns. There's like an aspect of you not trusting yourself. Yeah, an aspect of you not trusting yourself to like know what's best for you. Now I'm losing my voice in this moment. There's like a, I know we always say this, but it's like indicating a throat chakra blockage for me, like not being able to express yourself how you would maybe particularly want to express, because there's such a fear of, I don't get that you necessarily have like a fear of rejection, Capricorn. It's but it's a fear of fallout, and at this point you just don't want to waste your time anymore. So why am I picking this up for what's coming in for Capricorn in June? And I do think the advice is to heal, to meditate. There's something to be worked through here for certain. Three of Cups. And the Three of Swords. Because you're depriving yourself of opportunity. You're depriving yourself of joy. This may not just be romantic. This could be friendships. I feel like there's an opportunity coming in this month for you to either reconnect or to meet and connect with people. And that you may have the urge or proclivity to just circumnavigate these occasions because it doesn't feel worthwhile to you. You feel like you already know how it'll end. You are expecting disappointment before you've been shown one way or another that would occur. The picture on the Three of Cups card here, I'll hold it up again in a second. It's making me think of the book, The Secret Garden. And so the only card that came out here was Judgment. And even though I typically read, my intuitive reading is telling me to take this quite literally when I see Judgment. You're judging the situation before it's happened. But this card is making me think of the Secret Garden. It's making me think of keeping yourself locked away, alienating yourself. And I don't really feel like, yes, Capricorns tend to self-preserve, but I don't really feel like the way you're coming up here right now is typically your energy. And it's like you recognize this too, and you know that there's two paths to take. One feels riskier to your heart, but at the same time, you're meant to network. You're meant to the High Priestess. You should trust yourself more. You do have good judgment and discernment of character, but right now, you're allowing the anxiety to override your actual intuition. Intuition feels different than anxiety. Anxiety is loud. Anxiety is emotional. If you feel like something's your intuition, but it's really emotional and really heightened, unless you're in an emergent, like, dangerous situation, that's probably not your intuition. Your intuition is going to be a calmer, quieter voice. It almost will feel more logical than it will emotional. And yes, our emotions are real and indicate things, but we also tend to project stuff onto situations because of our emotions. And sometimes our emotions are actually triggered by thoughts about things that have happened in the past, so we go ahead and have those emotions bubble up, even if it may not actually apply to the situation at hand. So I want you to be mindful of that. Page of Pentacles, yes, because there's new opportunities. This is new opportunities to network. This is new opportunities for relationships, whether those are platonic or romantic. This could be a very social month for you, Capricorn, and the advice tends to be to lean towards that. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups with this open your heart to love card. I know it can be difficult at times because you don't want to risk getting hurt. But even though heartache is so painful, it's like at the end of the day, it's not going to harm you in a physical sense, right? It's not going to, like, you are strong enough to push past the risk of getting hurt to receive the joy of meeting people that can really add to your life and build with you. At least I think it is, and that's my advice to you. But that's what I have for you today, Capricorn. I love you so much, and I'll see you next time.